Hey YouTube, this is my first video that I'm going to be making discussing Nofap. This video is going to be talking about what got me into Nofap and other things that I have notes here for. So if I look down, that's why I'm looking down, because I have notes. I'm not really good at ad-libbing. So to give you a brief history of what caused my porn addiction, it started back when I was 7 years old. I would sneak my father's magazines, didn't understand at 7, why I liked looking at naked women, but I did. Didn't understand or associate why I was masturbating while I was doing it. I'm not quite sure how that even happened, but it did. Later on, after I learned about women, I figured it out at that point. I used to sneak my parents' rented porn videos that they'd rent from the video store. This is back in the 80s when you had VHS tapes and stuff like that. And I used to buy magazines when I was legally able to at 18 and read those. I think my addiction with PMO really took shape in 1996 when I first got onto the internet and realized that, oh my God, there's a whole bunch of porn out there. There's a whole bunch of sex everywhere. This is amazing. I've hit pay dirt here. And really what it was a slow slide downhill and my downfall in my life. It got worse and worse. I got into edging, which is probably worse than PMO. Even though it is a form of masturbation, it's the worst thing ever. And it got to the point where I was edging up to 18 hours a day on my days off, and I didn't get to the point where I was actually calling out of work to edge, but I'm sure that would have happened eventually. So I realized that at 52, and at the time I was 50, I'm 52 now, it was time to make a change. Actually way past time, because I've had girlfriends but never been married. I have no kids, and I'll tell you from the bottom of my heart right now, the reason for that is because it's my fault. Because I was addicted to porn, I did nothing about it, and I let it take over my life. And that's what I'm trying to do now, is prevent all of you from letting it take over your lives as well. Because it's not worth it. It's much better to have a relationship. So I started Nofap. Originally it was supposed to be Nofap November in 2018. And I prayed that I could make it through the first month. And the withdrawals are horrible. The longer you're addicted to something, the worse it is coming off of it. And I had a horrible time, but I had joined Nofap.com, and they did a lot to help me through it and let me know that what I was experiencing was normal. So I pushed through, and I said, okay, I'm near the end of the month. Okay, I did it. I did Nofap November. There, I'm cured. No, there is no cure for porn addiction. I mean, don't delude yourselves. I always tell people that you can be addicted, but you have to learn how to live above that addiction. You never lose that addiction. So don't ever think that there's a cure, because you're stuck for life. I'm sorry, but that's the way it is. The best thing to do is never get into porn in the first place, then you'll be much better off. So on day 26, I was offered to join a group at Nofap.com, and it was called the 365-Day Challenge. And I said, well, what is that? And they said, you go a whole year of either soft mode or hard mode Nofap. And I was on hard mode at the time. I had no girlfriend. So I said, okay, I'll do it. And then the next day I woke up and I said, no, what did I do? I just committed to a whole year. But again, they helped me through it. I had another 2 months to go for my full reboot. And when I hit just about the 3-month mark, I started noticing that something was different. My mindset was different. I got my first morning wood after 6 weeks, which I hadn't had for decades. And I just cried like a baby. I couldn't believe it was working. I was getting better. And once I hit the 3-month mark, I said, wait a minute. I'm waking up with morning wood all the time, but I don't have a desire to want to jerk off. Why not? I couldn't figure it out at first. So I just started asking more questions. I started continuing what I was doing, and eventually it dawned on me that my mind had rebooted to the point where it was no longer an option. It wasn't a desire anymore. My desire was to develop relationships, develop friendships. I was becoming more social. I'm not really an introvert. I'm more of an omnivert, but I was becoming a lot more social, almost like I'm an extrovert. It's really been a great change. And I started noticing women. Not in a perverted way like you might think, like, oh, he spent 3 months, he's horny, he's going to be looking for women for sex. It's like, no, it's like, I want to know their personality. Is that weird? I want to know their personality. And if their personality sucks, I'm not interested. And it's been that way ever since. So now, I don't know, it's almost like when your mind reboots, you're more natural. You're the way you're supposed to be. And it's a good feeling. I mean, I feel really good. And no, I don't miss porn. I don't miss masturbation. I don't miss orgasm. I haven't had any of that stuff. Right now I'm on day 577 or 578. I lose track all the time. I'm usually off by about a day, but it's on my phone. So that's a pretty good accomplishment. You could say it's like a year and a half if you round it out. My goals are for the future. They will be to work out more regularly, which I have been for the last 6 weeks. Actually, it's almost 8 weeks now. And I've dropped 15 pounds from what I used to be. And that's fat weight. I'm just now starting to notice on my shoulders where you have an artery that goes down both arms. It's not popping out, but for the first time I can actually see it under the skin. And I haven't had that for a very, very, very long time. So my workouts are improving. My social skills are improving. I'm more outgoing, more energetic. I feel energized all the time. Go figure. I wake up, and no matter what the challenge is, I just want to solve it. I just want to fix it and do it. And there's just no hesitation anymore. So this is going to lead to a better social life, more self-confidence. I have a lot now. I'm sure there's more to come. I hope there's more to come. You don't want anything to end. And we're going to see when social distancing ends. There's got to be a girl out there somewhere. Although in my case, it's going to be a woman. But this is just a little video to introduce myself, and I'm sure the other videos in the future will be a lot more organized. I've just never done this before. I'm not a videographer. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and looking forward to seeing more of you in the future.